Catch 'em all.
What is good? It's your boy Rico, and I am mad. Okay, I am so mad because look at my rating, and it's not the fact that my rating is like in fear of dipping below 3K. It's the fact that I'm at 3K and I've played 4 AI, not AI, but 4 people who have used AI. And I've had to cancel multiple times. Like, it's harder for me to find a match in 3K, like low 3K, than it is for me to find a match in 4K. So I'm like very frustrated at the fact that these 4 people I'm playing are using AI. We all know how AI is, right? AI makes irrational moves, but they get all the rolls, and it's just super frustrating. But all right, guys, in today's episode, sorry for the rant, we have 2 matches to show off, attempting to show off Beedrill and Mega Beedrill. Okay, I haven't visited Mega Beedrill since it was first released, and I'm pretty sure something happened to it. I don't remember if it got like a nerf or it got like a buff, but there was something that was wrong with its purple attack. But let me explain my deck, and I thought like my deck was pretty genius here because my deck has like can hit you with multiple shots. All right, so we have Beedrill. We know what Beedrill can do. Oh, and you know why people who played me this low probably used AI is because I just invested everything into this deck because, well, let me tell you why. I put everything in this deck because this might be the last Pokemon Duel video for about a month because I have a very busy schedule. Tuesday I'm going to New York for a week. I come home for a day. Then I'm going to Seattle for PAX West. I'll be vlogging that for 4 days. And then I come home, and then Kenna and I go straight to Singapore from September 3rd to September 15th. Then I'm home for, I think, about 7 days. And then I go to Tahoe, California for 10 days, straight into Ocean City, Maryland. That flight's going to suck. For 5 days. So I'm not going to be home for like a solid 2 weeks until October, like the beginning of October. So this is going to be like the last Pokemon Duel video for a while. And then that end month of October, man, that's going to be rough. It's going to be the last month of Pokemon Duel. So I'll have to do something special there. But anyway, I invested everything into this deck. Everything is chain 10 level 10 because I still had like 100 picks. I was like, whatever. I'm just going to put, pick 100 bonds, get them all chain 10 level 10. Oh, actually, they're all not level 10. They're chain 10. I think the only one that's level 10 is my Heracross. Yeah, it's just my Heracross. But here's the deck. So we have the Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir to prevent Rush and to exclude with its blue hole, because the premise of this deck is we're trying to exclude things with Beedrill. So we're trying to exclude everything, right? We have the Heracross for the Beedrill, primarily for the Beedrill. We have the Shaman land, okay? Now, I ran multiple variations of this Beedrill deck, and I tried the Kakuna into the Beedrill because I wanted a 3-star purple. I had to do the Oricori Bali style, Sniz, I'm talking to you, because that's what exactly, you mentioned that in the last video, but I was actually doing it in this video when I saw that comment. Venusaur for the poison. I think it's good to have poison Mons, and then I can use my Poison Z move. Everything becomes poisoned. They have -1 MP. And also the Mega Venusaur, so it can soar over and temporary banish. And then we also have the Naganadel. Naganadel is so good because of the U-turn. So if I bring up the Naganadel, my opponent attacks, we get the U-turn. What we can do is we can either switch with the Beedrill, Mega Beedrill, and try to get the banish, or we can switch with the Venusaur and then do the soft banish. And the later is better, more beneficial with the Venusaur, because there is something we learned this video. I'll tell you when we get into it. So, take a look at my opponent, Divium. I think all of their mons are actually chain 10 level 10. It looks like they're bringing the Born Sweet. It looks like they're trying to get the full evolution off of like these 3 figures. Well, I guess all of these figures. So, it's going to be an interesting match. So, let's open up with the Rhyhorn. We're going to counter with the Naganadel for the reasons, like I said, trying to do the Venusaur thing. Brings up the Snow Runt, right? I believe that's a Snow Runt. We're going to counter here because he doesn't have Air Balloon. He does have Hurdle Jump, I believe. Yeah, he has Hurdle Jump, but I'm not really fearing it too much because we do have the Long Throw. We were rocking the Gold Block for a little bit, but I decided to switch out with the Long Throw because I do have the Gardevoir to stop the rush. So he's going to bring on his Magikarp, this is a little Goldie, and we're going to set down our Shaman. And then when he brings this thing on, I was like, oh my god, I forgot. This thing's kind of annoying, so we kind of have to get rid of something now. And this is, I think this is a big threat because it's the centerpiece to the deck to evolve everything. So we're going to try and blue hole this right away. Unfortunately, we get a sweet scent. So he's going to move over his Rhyhorn, and he hurdle jumps here. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can hurdle jump here because I'm going to get rid of Rayquaza. Rayquaza, like your Born Sweet and the Rayquazas are the biggest threat. Like I understand he's close to the goal and he can threaten the goal, but I still have the Air Balloon and I don't anticipate the Born Sweet KOing my Beedrill because of how heavy purple it is. But we get the KO here and I'm just like, alright, we're just going to let the KO here. He's going to attack. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't anticipate getting KO'd here. He does get the Mystery Scent. I'm like, that's fine. I think he should have evolved himself, actually, because he would have been in a much more threatening position. But now what we're going to do is we're forced to Gold Block, or not Gold Block, but Air Balloon. So we're going to Air Balloon here. And again, since he didn't evolve, I'm not fearing anything really of getting KO'd. Hoping we just get the Toxic into his purple. That would have been perfect, but we don't. But I'm going to pull a switch here. And now we're going to go after this because it is, like I said, the second biggest threat. But we get the Warp Hole. And now I'm going to switch with the Warp Hole. And I'm like, okay, so Rhydon's... This is a big threat. This is a centerpiece because it evolves everything. And then I think this, well, yeah, I would say it's the Rhydon because of its, you know, the Rhyperior. Not really worried about the Gabite because it doesn't have the Golden Sphere. So that's why I pulled the switch. But after I pulled that switch, I was like, oh no, that leaves Gabite open to attack Shaman. And I only have one turn of Mega left. And that's exactly what he does. I'm like, we have pretty high purple, so I'm not really too worried. But, like, of course that's going to happen. So now I'm a little frustrated here. He has his Garchomp, so what I'm going to have to do is, this is a huge threat. We need to get rid of this. I don't want this thing evolving. I don't want Rhyperior. We do have the Long Throw, so we're going to Long Throw our Venusaur near the goal, because we essentially want our Venusaur as our goalie. So, goodbye. Did he attack here? Or did I attack? I think he attacked. He attacked. Yeah, so now I'm going to move back, because his Z-Gauge is up. I don't want my Venusaur getting KO'd by this Garchomp, so that's why I moved my Naganadel back. But now we're just going to Max Revive here. What am I trying to do here? Okay, so we're going to Beedrill here, right? So Mega Beedrill, that's fine. We're getting Beedrill. This thing is poison. I want to banish this thing. I'm like, alright, so we're going to move it up here, and we're going to go after this thing right away. Sub-Zero, I like the play here. He's trying to freeze my Shaman, so I don't have unlimited Mega. But we do have the Heracross, and we thankfully hit the Pin Missile at least once, and we do get the KO here. I'm still frozen, but I'm not too worried because I can unfreeze the function. So now I'm going to DC here. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's get after this thing. Let's go banish this thing. He gets the Sweet Scent. And, dude, I hit the Pin Missile so much, even though I put everything into the Poison Shock. But we re-roll here, and we get the Poison Shock. I'm like, let's go. This thing is banished. Hello. And what? It doesn't get banished. Now this is where I learned. Actually, I didn't learn this. I didn't learn until the next match. So I saved this match because I wanted to ask your guys' opinion. But then when I played the next match, I realized. And please let me know in the comments below what happened. If there was a buff, if there was a nerf. I do not remember what happened with Mega Beedrill. But I thought that its purple was if they were poisoned, they would be excluded from the duel. That's what I remember. So, and I haven't ran Mega Beedrill since. So that's what I'm thinking in my head. But it's the Poison Shock specifically states if the battle opponent is noxious, excluded from the duel. If it is not noxious, the battle opponent becomes noxious. So it was poisoned, and now it is noxious. And then once I realized that, I was like, dude, like just wait until you see what happened, dude. The next two, this match and the next match. So I'm over here scratching my head. I'm like, why did he just not get banished? Like, what? I'm just frustrated. So Meteoric Teachings here. Oh yeah, this dude. So Meteoric Teachings here, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna be so annoying. Like, there's really nothing Gardevoir can do here. We're just hoping that we get our purple into their white, but the odds aren't good. His Chain Tail level 10, but he gets the fly. My man gets the fly and gets rid of my Beedrill, and I'm like, dude, why do you do this to me? Although I don't necessarily agree with that play. I would have just moved him right here because I had no Gold Block. But I guess he wanted to get rid of the Beedrill anyway. And I'm going to Shadow Psyche here. And I'm surprised that he didn't hit Fly because the RNG I've been getting lately, I was just anticipating. I was like, great, he's going to hit Fly. He's going to hit Fly. But fortunately for us, we get the roll and we KO this Ray. And now we can get closer to the goal. Take entry point here. And let's go. Naganadel coming down. Get out of here, Garchomp. Problem is we're burned now. But so now what we're going to do is we're going to Mega Venusaur here, because we know what Mega Venusaur can do. If it moves over mons that are poisoned, it's a soft banish. So I'm going to move closer to this Born Sweet. Hopefully he doesn't see it coming. And I move right next to it. Don't attack, and he moves on the Rhydon. I'm like, perfect. Now we get rid of this. And now my man's going to attack me with the Rhydon, which, I mean, I agree with the play, but I'm hoping I hit my purple so we can soft banish you, take the entry point. Doesn't happen. We do get the KO, though. So now we get to take the entry point. And things are looking pretty good for us. My man here is going to threaten game here, or will come close to threaten game. So we have to cover up here. And, okay. This is where I debatable play, in my opinion. I see what he's doing here. He's going for the KO on my Shaman, right? He wants to get rid of my Mega Venusaur. I understand that play. Here's the problem. He makes two mistakes here, actually. Actually, no, that's not that bad of a play. Here's what I was stating, though. Had my opponent... God damn it, dude. Schniz, don't yell at me. I know I stop it at the wrong times, okay? Dodge. Okay. Had my opponent, instead of doing the evolution, if he would have Z-moved my Naganadel, I don't have Gold Block. He would have pulled the evolution. I'm over here. Shaman's right here. Shaman can't KO the Glalie because he would have evolved. That would have been GG, boys. But he doesn't. He gets the evolution. He's still in a good position here. Now here's where I don't agree with his second play. His Z-move is up. All my man really has to do here is do the Heracross. Mega or Z-move the Heracross, because he hit for what? 260? You hit for 260. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't have the greatest odds of hitting above 260, but if you Z-move here, you have the Mega Glalie. Mega Glalie has a solid matchup against the Naganadel, and I'm burned. So my Ultra Sting is gone. But instead, my man is going to Sub-Zero on my Naganadel, which allows me to attack the following turn with my Mega Heracross. We get the U-turn anyway. We're going to switch out here, and we're going to X-Speed. We're going to try and get rid of this thing because it is a threat. He still has the Mega. Can't remember how this actually ends. Moves over. I think I get the Warpole. Yep, we Warpole. Who do we switch out? Born Sweet. Move up. Gold blocks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's GG, boys. I think he attacks here, and I get the heavy hurl. So like, we didn't even get to banish anything. We soft banished for Venusaur. And after this match, I'm still scratching my head like, why did Mega Beedrill not banish? Okay, so let's jump into the second match. This is kind of where we learn, and just wait until you see what happens there. Goodbye, Born Sweet. Heracross. For the win. Love Heracross's design as a figure, but alright, let's jump into the second match. Alright, second match. I'm pretty sure who we just played right there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, like, I am not exaggerating here. I've played, I want to say, 10 to 12 matches with this deck, okay? The match that you just saw was one of, I want to say, 3. One of 3. So about 40% of who I played were actual people. Everyone else, full AI or a mixture of AI. This opponent, I'm pretty sure, was a mixture of AI. Let's jump in. Threatens here with the Marshadow. I decided to Air Balloon my Venusaur on near the gold because I don't like the Gardevoir and the Marshadow matchup because I'm anticipating my opponent bringing up the Zard because it is Zard Y and he falls for the bait. I'm like, hey, this is perfect because now we can try and get rid of this. But what I didn't anticipate was him moving up the Tapu Koko. And I was like, damn, that was a brilliant play because now I can't blue hole this. And that's why I think it's AI. I'm like, bro, there's like, no offense, but like 2.8 to bring up the Koko there. I was like, nah, I don't buy it, man. I don't buy it. But then he brings up here the Lunala. So now we're just going to set it on board. So I'm like, all right, so the new target is now Lunala. So we're going to make it here with the Gardevoir. And we're really not in good positions here. And I'm just going to move over like once and just kind of fill him out, see what he's going to do. See if it's AI, see if it's a human. And what he does, he just moves up Lunala. And I'm like, Okay, so we're gonna DC here because Moongeist Beam is a thing on Gardevoir. Like, it would happen to me. But we get the blue hole, which surprisingly, a blue hole I've been hitting consistently more than Mega Beedrill is purple. So we get rid of the Lunala. And he's going to Zardwai, and I think he just hops over the, no, he attacks here. Yep, he attacks here. We get the Synthesis, let's go. Although, I'm okay if this thing gets KO'd because we already got used our blue hole. We want our Mega Beedrill to last forever. So, what do I do here? I'm going to... Okay, I moved over my Heracross because I need to get over this side. I need to attack either into the Charizard or the Marshadow. We need to get Beedrill on the board, so that's why we moved that. So now my man's going to DC here. Okay, yeah, this is definitely human because AI doesn't DC. We get the Healing Flower, and I'm like, okay, this is good. All I'm going to do is hope that you don't hit the Flash Over, but my opponent is going to hit the Flash Over, and these two are now burned. So I X-Speed here, trying to get rid of this Zard. Dude, Zardwai is... I like Zardwai. But we win the roll. I was actually very surprised I hit that roll. Twinkle tackles here, and he goes after... I'm not sure why he goes after... Well, I mean, I guess if he went after Venusaur, I would just air balloon. No, I mean, I just have my ability to go back onto the goal. It doesn't matter. And my Z-Gauge is coming up. But I'm going to long throw here. Opponent's going to X-Speed, trying to get rid of my Naganadel. And the Crunch. Oh, rip. Decent odds, though. But we get the Dragon Pulse on the Crunch. Let's go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Z-move. We're going to Bloom Doom. We're going to heal all of our, our 2 mons because I want my Naganadel to have 3 MP. I don't want it to have 2 MP. And I want to threaten game the following turn, so that's why we do that. And now we can take the entry point, so now we're looking pretty solid. But my opponent has 2 max revives. And because he has 2 max revives, we're going to have to KO 2 more mons before we can feel comfortable. But we do have an unlimited Mega in Heracross, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go after this Marshadow. Oh, I have enough rare metal, thank you. I have enough rare metal now to get my or my Mega Heracross to level 5. But he pulls the second extra 5, and I was like, alright, so now we're going to have to KO 2 mons here in order for me to feel comfortable to close out the game. So we get rid of Marshadow. Can I turn Slide on? Is that better? Not really. Anyway, he's going to Twinkle Tackle again, and why not just do the Shaman? Actually, I don't know. You could probably just attack straight into the Shaman, but he gets rid of my Naganadel. I don't know the significance of getting rid of my Naganadel on that entry point. Interesting play here from me. I don't even know why I didn't just put Charizard behind. Yeah, that was weird. Why did I not put Charizard behind? But I see no, my Z-Gauge is coming up. I just see him coming over with the U-turn here. Right? And still, I'm still confused here. So I'm going to Bloom Doom here. I want to get rid of this Mega because I want to Mega Beedrill the following turn into the Heatran because I'm trying to banish, right? Because it hasn't clicked in my head yet that they have to be noxious, not just poison. So he attacks here, and it would have been so nice if we would have landed the Toxic and he would have landed a White. Then I would have Mega Beedrill. Then we would have hoped for the KO, right? But no, he gets the burn. So now I do it. Now I'm going to Mega Beedrill because, again, I don't know yet. Going after this Heatran. Dude, Heatran's... And I don't attack here because I want to DC here because I don't want to risk getting hit landing against purple. But anytime I face Heatran, that's all they hit. But anytime I ran Heatran, all I do is roll miss. So I'm going to re-roll here. Pretty sure my Poison Shock is bigger than his Magma Slide, and I don't hit it. Don't save me. And now it's gone. Let me check it out real quick. How big is this? 37. How big is mine? Oh, there's no way. Oh, it's 40. Yeah, it is bigger, but of course I'm not going to hit it. But now it's gone. So now I can't even make things noxious. But what we can do is since Naganadel gets KO'd here and I'm status, I now become poison. I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good because now see, and that's where I think my opponent started using AI. I'm like, now we can attack again because we're no longer burned. We're now poisoned. the Sky move would have KO'd you. Well, I mean, unless we would have hit multiple rolls. But then I would have spun with my Beedrill. Beedrill, you probably would have hit white. So, but then he just moves over 1. I don't. Oh wait. He was 1 MP. Okay, so maybe it wasn't AI because he moved over 1. I think he forgot that he was only 1 MP. That could have been it. No, he had the right idea. But then just moves over for, I don't know, whatever reason. No, but then he Z-moves again. And he doesn't do it with a heat. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to attack again here, right? Trying to get it. Rolls a miss, so we don't get to think that I'm going to banish him, but I don't get to Noxious him. It would have been nice to Noxious him. Alright, I'm so sorry for all the Discord notifications, but he's going to Never-Ending Nightmare here. He's going to go after my Heracross. Heracross says, I mean, we can survive if we hit 2 rolls. 1. We hit multiple rolls, I guess. I think I go after it now. Oh no, I'm actually bad. Oh, I'm not 3 MP. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so now I'm 3 MP. Now... Wait, why am I 2 MP? Timeout. But anyway, we attack here. Of course, that's going to happen. Why am I 2 MP? I'm poisoned? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember. It doesn't show that I'm poisoned. But anyway, we attack here again. Okay. We land it. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go. You're gone. Banish. And then it becomes Noxious. And then my man attacks me. And guess what happens? This Moltres, who was Noxious, is now poisoned. So now I can't even get the... dude, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. But we're going to get rid of this Tapu Koko. That way we can advance up here. Backs off. We advance. Oh, I have to do that. Yep. I think I go with Beedrill. Yeah. And we just get a KO. Unfortunately. Covers. I think we take it with Beedrill. Yep. Then he dude, I totally forgot that Marshadow got a different Z move. And when they did that, I'm like, what the, who's doing that? What's going to happen here? Heavy Hurl. So now he gets to move 2 steps away. And then we're going to have to come back here. I think he tries to untag him, but he can't because Venusaur. But he has 2 MP. Shouldn't he have 1 MP? I don't know. Answer this for me, guys. So we Noxious Marshadow here. Slow. Yeah, he can get it back. He's -3, so he can be... Wait a minute. He's poisoned. MP -2, removed by tagging a friendly Pokemon. Why is he -3, though? Poisoned from the Venusaur. That's only 1. And then the Heavy Hurl? Oh, that's -3. Okay, so I guess he can't be untagged. But this thing is Noxious. So we should be focusing on the Marshadow, but he's going to attack into here. I'm hoping, I'm like, please just do it. But nope, doesn't happen. I attack Heatran because I feel like I have better odds at landing the Poison Shock on the Heatran than I do the Marshadow. Even though Marshadow is Noxious, we should have done it for the 2, but look at that. It's like 3 Magma Slides in a row. Poison, or burned. Poison Shock is now gone. I don't remember how I closed this game out. Oh, I remember. Okay, so keep in mind, we have 2 Mons that are poisoned, right? Man's gonna DC. Did he DC here? Yeah, DC's here. And of course now I'm gonna hit it, right? Of course. And my man rerolls AI. Here we go. AI. Time's running low. I'm pretty sure that's AI. I don't know why I did that. Get out of here, Heatran. So now my plan is I am trying to get my Venusaur over to these Mons so I can soft banish them. That's what my plan is. And then, yeah, Z moves, right? What? So now we Acid Downpour. We're going to get rid of this. That way we can take the entry point the following turn. But their Z gauge is also up, so we have to be careful here. Although Venusaur has pretty good odds at surviving here. And so my man goes after my Beedrill, which I don't agree with, but again, of course I'm going to hit the Poison Shock now. Gonna advance it with Naganadel. Want to get an entry point, want to be in a threatening position. They're going to have to cover up, so they're going to not soar. But so now I'm just going to move closer to my Shaman just so I can get my HP back. And then my opponent moves here, and I'm like, yes, finally. Opponent doesn't understand. I'm going to do Survivor. Pretty decent odds. Well, not really. I don't know. The odds are okay, but now we can Mega Venusaur. Now we can soft banish this thing. And I'm like, all right, things are looking up. Gone. Now he has to move over. He's not going to attack here. We don't need to go over. We don't need to go after the Charizard. Even though I do want to soft banish it, it's 0 MP. It's stuck there. It can't do anything. What we need to worry about is the Marshadow coming back on. So we have to work towards the entry point to have it sealed up. But my opponent's going to come over here. He's going to attack here. And instead of taking the entry point, since we survive, I'm like, we're just going to surround you. And that's pretty much GG, boys. However, Marshadow comes back. He does have his Z move, and he has the one that makes him 2 steps away. And I was like, I forgot. But Venusaur has pretty way good odds at surviving this Z move. But what do you think is going to happen? Of course, that's going to happen. So now he gets to cover up. He gets to be on the entry point. But my Z gauge is up as well. So now I'm going to Z move with my Naganadel. And Naganadel has good odds at surviving the Heat Ram. Poor Charizard is completely neutralized. And then Pete Pat's gonna come in with his Heat Ran. And oh my god, we get a U-turn. We're gonna switch with Beedrill because this is supposed to be the Beedrill Mega Beedrill video, even though we didn't banish anything in the 2 videos that I showed you. In fact, I'm pretty sure out of the 12-ish matches that I played, I think I've only banished 2 Mons. I think honestly only 2. Only 2. So I mean, I didn't want to run like the the Bugbot 2.0. I wanted to do something different. I thought the deck that I created was like awesome, but getting things noxious is a lot harder than I thought, because I thought when like the Z moves came out and the Poison Zoom move came out, and I was like, dude, that's gonna make Mega Beedrill so viable. But no, they have to be noxious. So, but all right, we're gonna cut the video from there, and it's gonna be a while, you guys. It's gonna be a while. But there will be some vlogs and there will be some travel videos, so look out for those. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace.